Hey there, good to see you all again. Welcome back. I know it's been a while since the last video, but hey, we are back again with a brand new video. Well, not exactly brand new because it was filmed last year, but well, you're seeing it for the first time, so it's brand new to you. This recipe was actually a request from one of my friends, so if you're enjoying this or if you're not enjoying this, then you have them to thank. So with that being said, let's make a rainbow cheese sandwich. Oh, and like and subscribe and share the video and you know, all the usual stuff. Making this is relatively simple. All you need is some bread, cheese, unsalted butter, and food coloring. For today's selection, I went with a garlic and cheese brioche because it was on discount. As for the cheese, I went with a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella. The reason for this was to give the mozzarella some flavor and sharpness, as shredded mozzarella isn't exactly the most flavorful of cheeses. Begin by getting a few bowls. You're gonna need one for each color. Also, I recommend using metal bowls or something dark in color, as food coloring can stain anything light or white in color. Next, what I did was to mix 1 part cheddar with 3 parts mozzarella. You can adjust the ratio, but keep in mind that the more cheddar you have, the less stringy it'll be. Next, portion out your cheese equally. Add your food coloring a bit at a time and thoroughly mix it through. The required amount will vary depending on the type of coloring you're using. If you feel like the resulting color is a bit too light, then just add a little bit more. Once that's done, take your cheese and form it into a shape that sort of looks like this. If you have rectangular molds or anything similar to that, you can also use those for an even more uniform shape. Next, liberally butter your bread. I only greased up one side as the inner side would already be in contact with the cheese. Place a pan over medium to low heat and toss in 1 slice of bread, buttered side down of course. Next, do your best to squeeze your cheese onto it. Place the second piece of bread on top, buttered side up, and using anything resembling a spatula, gently press down on the bread. After about a minute, flip the bread and repeat the process. You'll notice that the amount of cheese slowly begins to shrink as it melts. Keep flipping and pressing it every minute or so, or until your cheese looks gooey and melted. This should take about 5 to 10 minutes. Remove it from the pan and trim off the edges if you care about presentation. Now it's time to get that glorious cheese pull. Slice through your bread, but stop just as you go through the bread. Flip it once and do the same. Oh, and it's worth double checking which way you stack your cheese, as you want to cut across all of them. Proceed to stretch and pull your sandwich and marvel at the greasy sandwich you just made. Proceed to consume it and immediately regret your decision. And there you have it, how to make a rainbow cheese sandwich. Would I recommend making it? Maybe. If you have kids or have a lot of extra cheese or are just really bored, then I guess this can be sort of a fun side project for you to try. Aside from that, I don't really recommend making this because it's just a lot of mozzarella sandwiched between 2 slices of bread and then fried off in a pan with a lot of butter. And who in their right mind would consider a grilled cheese sandwich to be healthy? I'll give you a clue, not me. Secondly, and more importantly, this sandwich isn't very tasty. On its own, mozzarella doesn't have a lot of flavor, and is usually used because it's one of those cheeses that when heated up or when melted, has that nice stringy cheese pull. But when it comes to something like a cheese board or a cheese platter, well, you would probably never find it there. This is because when it comes to the mildest cheeses that you find on cheese boards or cheese platters, well, these usually have a lot more flavor and a lot more salt as compared to regular mozzarella. And if we are talking about buffalo mozzarella, well, it also doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's usually found in salads or on pizzas or in sandwiches where there are the ingredients which have a lot more flavor. But that's all for today, my friends. I'll see you all next week or the week after for a video just like this. Also, if you haven't already realized, I reply to every single one of your comments, even though some are a bit strange. But yeah, I still reply to every single one of them. So if you want me to reply, drop something in the comment down below. But for now, I'll say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next video.